Hello everybody and welcome to episode 75 of the Hardcore Vanilla series. And on this particular day, apart from turning in the quest that was done in the previous episode, it's going to be a grab your blueprints and ibuprofen kind of day because I'm going to be building. And if we've learned one thing at this point, it's that when I build, it's not really planned per se. I have a vague idea and then I just start doing things, and I drag you guys along for the confusion. So, be ready for that. However, the plan for this particular extension on her royal girthiness is a little bit different. We're giving her a bigger jaw so that she can maw on the zombies in a different way. As it stands, they enter the girthiness mouth and get chewed up by blade traps and electric traps and anything else, basically her teeth. But my plan is to get it to be a little bit different, just a bit. I want to add a stricter entry point to her royal girthiness. And I'm not certain exactly how well it'll work. I'm going to have to test it on zombies before the Horde Night, and if it doesn't work, well, this involves digging out a very large pit in front of her girthiness. Well, not that large. It'll be roughly 5 by, we'll say 7. 5 by 7. So I'm going to have to build a bridge over that if the zombies don't path over it properly. But that pit is where I plan on applying all of the different types of bombs. Let's see, grenades take springs, mechanical parts, gunpowder, and forged iron. We have enough for, well, just a casual 500 grenades. What about pipe bombs? 12 gunpowder, short iron pipe, plant fibers. That's very doable. That's basically just gunpowder and short iron pipes. However, the real goal is the exploding crossbow bolts. Oh, arrows take 2 less gunpowder. Rude. That's a bit prejudice against crossbow users, is it not? Although the crossbow is far superior. But I could make, what, 150 of these? I think I might actually end up having to do something else, because I do not have enough cloth to go exclusively boom boom. I could try. I could definitely try. This will make, what, another 250 duct tape? No, sorry, not 250. 50 on the dot, assuming I had 50 glue. There really should be a better way to make this that's less cloth dependent. That would be nice. I suppose cloth doesn't serve another purpose, so let's go get some of the glue, as I'm quite certain there was more being crafted right in here. Oh, not much. Which means it's time to collect from the, well, collectors. So that we can convert that water and the bones of my enemies into more glue. We can make a total of 57. We'll just do 25 apiece. Well, 20 apiece.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
A lot of things just happened at once. Where's that screamer? There she is. She screamed, Trader Joel's opened, and I started crafting glue. I hear one more, just a rummaging through the trees. You having fun over there, buddy? Oh gosh, well, you don't get between a lumberjack and his trees. I was just trying to hit this tree over here, and you walked right in front of me. That would have been better if you disappeared on the first hit, just saying. Anyways, I was crafting glue. Yes, I think I'm going to be doing pipe bombs. Ooh, what? A stripper and a biker. Some people have been squatting in my house doing some very inappropriate things. Oh, look at his arm. He's tweaking out hard. Now, what does that look like on the other side? Oh, I can't see. What if I close my door? Then he makes an unusual bumping sound. Open it again, and now he's doing the electric slide. Suspicious. What was I doing? Right. Bombs. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. It's either grenades, which take forged iron, a little expensive, I don't know how I feel about that, or pipe bombs, which are virtually costless. Now the question is how much damage each one does. I suppose it's not too important to figure that out right now. What I can do is take out this 2,000 gunpowder that is in the weapons chest for no good reason, take out an entire stack of pipes, and what was it, plant fibers? And set one of these to make an absolute boatload of pipe bombs. And by a boatload, I mean only 166. Let's get more gunpowder, because there is quite a lump. Oh, I can make the stacks now. Ooh, hooray. Step 1. Finish crafting up this duct tape.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Who? Wow. Wow. Surely on top of her game. Now, where did that come from? Hello? Screamer. Hello? Oh, I tried to invite her in. I really did. With, like, as much force as possible. But I guess that's not happening, so I'll just close her in my door, I guess. Hey, she broke down my hatch. Rude. Why don't you ever stop the intruders, Jimmy? Not much point in having a guard plant that doesn't guard anything. We got the duct tape. We have a boatload of gunpowder now. So, let's set up more pipe bombs to be crafted. 300. Yup. Here's what we'll do. 150 pipe bombs here, and then the rest of them here. And I could make so many more. But I think 300 should be fine. Probably. Now what I am going to need... Actually, I'm going to split this up between these two. So this will make another 75-ish. And this will make the rest. Now those are crafting, like a good 500 pipe bombs, which do 250 damage. That's not bad, so I can just toss 2 of them down in a pit, and they'll do what needs to be done. However, I need wire. No? Trap? Electric fence post. It's not a wire or a trap, it's a post. Understood. Forged iron and electrical parts. That's more than easy enough. Where's my iron? Screw it. I'll take an entire stack, and the other piece was electrical parts. We'll take half, I suppose, and sure, it's a day of excess. Let's craft 100 electrical fence posts. They certainly won't wear out anytime soon. Now, will those things that's 50 minutes? Oh boy. How long are these taking? Roughly an equal-ish amount of time. I suppose I can start putting some of the gunpowder away. Some. I can't really fit it inside there, can I? Where are we going to put all the gunpowder? Where, oh where, will my gunpowder go? I suppose we could just reduce the amount of bullet tips and extend the amount of gunpowder stacks. Like this and like that. Close enough. Now we have an excess of gunpowder and a handful of other things. But the current goal... Is there any concrete blocks in here? There are. And I'm going to need them. Actually, we'll do cobblestone and upgrade that, because we have a major excess of that block type. While we're at it, we'll bring some blocks with us, just in case we need to repair things, maybe even a little bit of wood. By a little bit, I mean about half a stack. And keep this crafting steel. The only thing remaining for this project would be a stack of gasoline. Like so. Now, is the robot empty? Yes, good. Let's begin the actual building part of this building project. Now, I could sit here and try to explain what I'm going to be doing. It's not exactly complex. But instead, I'll just show you, because it's easier to deal with that way. So, I'll be back after hogging the crap out of Mother Nature. Now we have made the pit, which I'm going to have to do even more with. I actually have to blow out this wall as well. I'll get around to it. But the idea, Wait, why is that flashing like that? Place? Still fine. Right, there's something weird about this ground. But this is the pit. I'm going to be filling in the walls with concrete blocks, so the zombies will have a hard time busting through it, obviously. And there will also be walls behind here. So, right here, there, like so. There will be a wall coming down that way, and there will be ladders all throughout, so that the zombies can climb up through. Look, it's already working. It's working well. This isn't its actual function, but that proves that the zombies are still dumb enough to jump down in, which is the important part. There's another one? Well, come on then. Here he goes. Go ahead and stay down, buddy. So there will be ladders coming up this way, and I'll probably wall this section off so they don't think that this is just the path to go. So these blade traps on the side will serve no more purpose. I'll probably pick them up and put them in the pit instead. But I will be building walls up from here outward into the pit so that they don't path in. Instead, the plan is to drop ladders down here, fill it with blade traps, so they'll think, oh, the correct path, because there's walls everywhere, is to come down here into a spot where I'm going to mine out these sides once I place down the walls as well, to put electrical traps, generators, maybe even turrets eventually. And all of this is before they even get into a royal girthiness mouth. And then the immune system kicks in. What exactly did they pick up? Did they pick up you interrupting me trying to explain how my base works? because if so, then I guess they're sensing pretty productively. Anyways, for most of this to function, I think I'm going to have to get rid of this one block here that stops the zombies from crawling over the hatch. They haven't really done it much anyway, even over other hatched areas. So I'm going to blow this block real quick. Like so. Now, it'll be easier for me to go in and out of my base, of course, but the plan is to just have this one vault up. I want them to think that it's much easier to go this way than to beat through any of the other walls. Quiet, lady. There's two of them! Two ladies, two trailer park girls went around the outside. The question is, did they call their homies? I don't think they did. Good. You're probably wondering, oh, but why are you so obsessed with getting explosives then? What's the point? Well, I'm going to be extending my roof up over this way, above the pit, so I can toss the boom boom stuff in, while they're all electrocuted and crap. Speaking of which, I made this longer than I needed to. It's probably not going to be this big or this long, or if it is, it's going to be only with the electrical traps being in the front end, before these ladders. That's the general idea. So for the time being, I think what I'm going to do is take out this set of blocks here, fill in that wall, and begin the process of essentially reinforcing the pit. So I'll be back once that is done. I have made the pit a bit excessively long, even though right before I started that time lapse, I'm pretty sure I said something about, oh, it won't be that long, I don't need that much. Well, turns out I lied to both you and me. That aside, all that's really left to do is pick this up, upgrade these handful of blocks here, as that's fairly essential, and I'm going to be beating out these side stairs. Or minimally, I'm just going to be, actually yeah, I don't want to take time to beat out the side stairs. 2 out. 2 blocks out, like so. I'm going to be making a, I will say like a 5-high wall around the pit, so the zombies will be even further incentivized to go to this entrance, which cannot have an SUV in front of it. So let's get rid of this thing real quick. Oh dear, I apparently have inventory issues, which can only be solved with the power of a robot. I think I just got a bottle of acid from that car. Surprising. God, these cars give such an excessive amount of everything that you need. This is what, 1, 2, 3, jump up, 4, 5 seems fair. So this will be a 5-high wall on both sides going this way, which I will end up reinforcing into concrete. Speaking of which, since I have such a truly excessive amount, I'd rather save as much time as possible and start crafting the blocks, because I don't really need the XP. Is that a screamer?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I was wrong. It wasn't a screamer. It was 2. They just love beating down my doors, don't they? Not 1, but 2. At least they didn't break the blocks. They just really have something against doors. How's this going? Oh, about halfway done. Oh, I see. Going to have to be very attentive to these, explosives. Wait, I have a food chest and I have a food plus chest. Going to have to adjust that. Building stuff, I believe, is where I put my blade traps, so I'll put those away. The weapons chest. Is that where I should put the pipe bombs? Maybe I should put them in this empty chest here. Sure, we'll put them in here. I didn't realize they only came in stacks of 20. Oh well. That means this one's full as well. So let's go ahead and get those put away, along with the stone. Don't need that now, do I? What did I come here for? Oh, crap. Oh, right, of course. Let's go ahead and take this. No, this. This will be done sooner. 15 minutes, and this one as well. 23 minutes. So we'll do it with this one and the other one. Cement. Oh, right. Concrete. They had to complicate it. I can make 800. We'll do 400 in each, like so, and like so. Now we're going to take out the actual concrete blocks and, well, more concrete. And continue on the project. This may end up being a bit of a short episode, I apologize, but hey, we gotta get these building bits done and taken care of. And if I'm being honest, I won't remember what I was doing the last time that I was building if I just do 2 minutes each. Just 2 minutes of building per episode, or 5 minutes I suppose would be a sensible amount, and then scurry off to do quests or something. My tiny, tiny smooth brain couldn't handle it. And so a very large wall was erected. And it should probably be enough to deter them from wanting to do anything else. But now we have the dilemma of setting up the ladders, which is fairly simple. And on the inside at least, I'm going to have to do some other thing. I'm going to be having electrical wire traps from the beginning all the way to the end, perhaps, based on where I set up my birdcage up there, funneling through the zombies. Now, the tunnel is 5 blocks wide, which could be a vague dilemma, considering the way the blade traps work in their 4x4 design. Perhaps. I might have to block a portion off on the inside, actually. It might be for the best. Yes, I probably will. For now, however, we need to set up the ladders. The ladders are very essential. If these break, then the AI will no longer process this as a pathable area. And then the only... oh, dang it. Then the only thing they think will work would be punching holes through my base. Or I suppose in the worst case scenario, they might just punch a hole through this wall and get back to the standard routing. That's probably the least amount of HP between them and me. Bars. And Trader Joel's is now closed. Gotta take this thing out. There we go. Now I will be reinforcing these up to steel when I get the opportunity, and since I'm going to be bombarding this place with a ludicrous amount of pipe bombs, I think it's a good idea to reinforce the majority of what can be seen in this pit to concrete minimally, including the floor, especially the floor. Now, Trader Joel's is closed. But this is the general idea. Now I need to also do something in the back. I don't have any steel on me, do I? No, I don't. Good. That is fine, that is fine. Now what I need to do is make it so that if the zombies were to get all the way through here, that they could in fact go to the roof. Because otherwise they won't see any of this as an actual path once I go up in the birdcage, which will be above the pit. So, if I want the AI to play nice, then I think I'm going to have to, well, not have to, I'm going to prefer to punch out this cobblestone wall. So I'll be back when that's done. Should be quick. Like so. Now I am also going to have to build a bit of a floor out here, which isn't too complex. Because I'm going to set ladders to go up to the roof so that they can think that this hole that I just blew in the back of her royal girthiness, blew her back out, they're going to think that they can come out through here after going through the rest of her royal girthiness and then crawl up her royal girthiness's back and then get to me in the birdcage. That's the hope, at least. That's where their big, dumb zombie AI will go. So, we have these 3 blocks, which will be ladders. Which I guess it could be problematic if they get broken. Nah, it shouldn't be an issue. I doubt they'll be spending much time spitting at this particular spot anyway. So we set up ladders here, which should in fact make the AI think that they can pass through here after getting through all of this horrendous death pit. Hell, I could probably spend the night with this thing down, since we're going to be having basically this entire setup again inside the pit, plus me bombarding them aggressively, competitively, seductively. So they'll think that they can come up here. You know what, we'll put it on the other side too. Why not? I want them to think that this is the best possible way to ever get to me. So we'll extend this over. This will also reduce the chances of me randomly dropping and breaking my leg, even though I have parkour now. I can't help but be paranoid. I suppose I don't need all of these ladders to be concrete. I just dropped an entire stack of cobblestone. Let's not do that. So let's go ahead and set up cobblestone ladders for the rest of this. And that should be more than enough for the AI to think that this is the proper way to get to me, assuming I'm on the roof. Should, hopefully. Lots of unsureness. But hey, nothing's perfect. It seems like this should do. And the zombies still won't think that this back spot is a entry. They'll just think it's a path, which is different, of course. Now that we have all of that set up, I am going to probably spend the night digging holes on the side of the pit. Actually, it'd probably be best if I just set up the entire floor around this area to have a solid top. I don't have to dig out too much, actually. I could just put one generator near the sides. I'll do that. I'll be back after a little confusing destruction. I suppose this is a pretty good excuse to gather clay and plant fibers, now that I know they're needed for pipe bombs. I would also like to point out the fact that these floating phantom blocks are very annoying. You have to place a block inside of them for them to disappear. It causes mass hysteria. By mass hysteria, I just mean me. But since I'm the only one alive in this world, you know, that is the masses. I have a little bit more destruction to do, so I'll be back when that is done. That was not actually a short destruction of the Earth, that was a fairly extended one, but it was necessary. For you see... oh, there's a leftover block here. For you see, my plan is to fill in this area, as it is now, I believe, identical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. It is now identical to the pit, and I will be putting electrical traps on the floor within here. Obviously reinforced so the zombies can't accidentally destroy it, because that would be annoying. But this will give us a truly excessive defense against anything trying to enter her royal girthiness. Now, I will be finding a zombie at some point, probably in the next episode, because I doubt any will just randomly fall in before that, or show up conveniently. But the plan is essentially to test it against a zombie and see if their AI is in fact dumb enough to fall in the pit beforehand. Because as far as I know, electrical traps and blade traps do not count as a deterrent for... oh my goodness, look at this block. I just placed a block and it doesn't have a top. What in the world? It's like I put a plate down, but I can't jump in it. Crazy. I think the electrical traps and such can... wow, that's gonna bug me. What if I hit it? What if I repair it? Alright, well, there's an invisible block there for now. And it just reappeared. But I think the electrical traps and blade traps do not count towards deterring a zombie down a path. They will do damage, but as long as it's not block health, it shouldn't be an issue. At least as far as I know. I should probably fill in this little wall portion as well. Let's do that real quick. There's that. I could get this portion behind me as well, but I'm going to be roofing all of this off with concrete, which I just ran out of. And that is the morning ring-a-ding-dong. Now, this may, like all of this business that I'm setting up, may in fact be unnecessary, but that is not for us to decide, that is for the Horde Knight to decide. Because while the entrance to the Royal Girthiness was enough with the electrical traps and blade traps during the last 64 count Horde Knight, that does not mean that it will all go as smoothly as it did prior. As if any of you recall, we didn't get a single demolisher popping off at the time. But if they had, it could have been a major disaster. Is this flush with... it is. Good. I need to lay out a handful of pieces as groundwork so I know what I'm trying to do when I come back. Because there is quite a bit to this project. Realistically, I could probably just spend the Horde Knight standing atop these stairs once I fill in all those traps, minus the cop spit and such. I might even lower this vault to incentivize them even further to come up this way. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. But oh, that's pretty convenient. With parkour, I can get to the stairs and jump out. Anyways, this has been episode 75 of the Hardcore Vanilla series. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will see you in the next episode. But for now, goodbye.